What if everything you've been told about making money online, funnels, ads, tech wizardry, was completely wrong, and what actually works is stupidly simple? Like, why didn't I think of that simple? Most beginners end up drowning in funnel maps and Chrome tabs and conflicting YouTube advice, trying to stitch together some Frankenstein marketing machine that doesn't even need to exist. But what if you could skip the tech headaches and avoid hiring a Fiverr dev team and just use AI to turn simple conversations into paying clients? Yep. Actual clients, as in money in the bank clients. And all with a setup so simple, it's basically the IKEA furniture of marketing, minus the 47 extra screws. I've used this exact system to generate hundreds of thousands of leads and helped complete beginners, we're talking what's a domain name level, land their first paying clients using nothing more than a free trial and a simple website. Right now, it's cranking out over 5,000 new leads per day. Automatically. No ads, no code, no team. Just systems that work while you're off doing literally anything else. And here's the part that surprises most people. This isn't just for beginners. Most business owners aren't struggling because their product or service is bad. They're struggling because they're accidentally ghosting potential leads. Not on purpose, but because their system has holes. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the full system, step by step, starting with the number one tool no one talks about, but instantly boosts your conversions. Alright, let's start with your website. Most websites convert less than 1% of visitors into leads. Not because they're ugly, but because there's no clear, easy way for visitors to engage. This means you could be getting traffic, but still losing money every single day. That's why we add a chat widget, a little button in the bottom corner where people can ask a question instantly. Here's a quick example. Let's take a demo site for a personal injury law firm. It looks fine, but it's not performing. We drop in the chat widget and suddenly people start reaching out. Why? Because when people get answers fast, they stick around. We've seen sites jump from a 1% conversion rate to 10% plus just by making this one simple change. And setting this up couldn't be easier. Let me hop into my computer and show you exactly how this works using my favorite marketing software. I've also dropped a link in the descriptions below the video where you can grab an extended 30-day free trial to the software, no strings attached. When you sign up, you'll get instant access to all of the tools and templates and automations and trainings that I personally use to build million-dollar making marketing campaigns, all pre-installed and ready to go inside your account. It's basically a plug-and-play system that you can start using today, even if you're brand new. So to set this up, all we need to do is click New on the chat widget. We can choose different kinds of chat widgets. We're gonna go all-in-one to keep things simple. Hit Select. Once inside, we can edit the initial message if we want, change out the image or the picture for the avatar. Not necessary, but optional. Then we just hit Get Code. We copy and paste, chuck it on your website, and that's it. You're done. No dev team, no designer. If you can copy and paste, you can do this. Okay, let's move on to step 2 and unlock the real magic though, which is turning conversations into clients with zero manual work. So it's at this point that you might be wondering, well, if people start messaging me, am I supposed to reply to all of them? And the answer is, nope. That's where AI takes over. You activate what's called the AI conversation bot, and it can instantly respond to messages on your website, Instagram and Facebook DMs, even texts from people who visit your site. Here's how it works. You paste in your website link, then the AI reads through your services, your pricing, your hours, your location, you name it. Then it uses that info to respond to people just like a human would. You can even manually feed it questions and answers if you want to fine-tune the responses even more. For example, if a visitor asks, "What time are you open?" well, you can pre-program it with the correct response to make sure that it always gets it right. The beauty here is this is a warm lead, booked on autopilot. You can set it up to answer more random, obscure, even super weird questions as well, and the AI gets it right every time. Crazy, right? With the AI handling your chats, DMs, and texts like a pro, you're already miles ahead of most businesses. But there's still one major gap in most customer journeys: phone calls. Because while AI can handle text-based conversations all day long, if someone decides to call your business, well, most of those calls go straight to voicemail, or worse, they get missed entirely. So that brings us to step number 3. Okay, let's talk about phone calls. Fun fact, 62% of incoming calls to small businesses go unanswered. It's actually not that fun. Not because people are ignoring them, but because they're busy actually doing the work. Massage therapists, contractors, coaches, no one's sitting by the phone. So we fix that by adding an AI voice agent. It sounds human, it responds naturally, and it handles incoming calls, collecting names and emails, and even writing down the reason for the call. You can customize the tone, what it says, and what actions it takes, like routing someone to your calendar or sending a follow-up. It can even spell unusual names back to the caller to confirm details. And like everything else we're talking about here today, this one is equally easy to set up. All we need to do is give it a name, tell it the business name that we want to use, choose the language, we can choose which voice we want it to have, send the initial message, we can then ask it and tell the AI voice what information to collect, name, email, address, contact issues, things like that. We can get super fancy if we want in advanced mode, tell it a little bit of background, a little bit more training, some more specifics, and yeah, that's it too. You now have an AI voice agent that's picking up the phone and sounding human and handling calls like a pro, even confirming how to spell Jackson with 2 X's and a Y. And this brings us to the next step. So at this point, you've got interested visitors, people are chatting, they're calling. The next step then is getting them on your calendar without any of that back and forth nonsense, trying to find a time that works for everyone. The system connects directly to your calendar and books appointments based on real-time availability. All you need to do is just choose which calendar to use, yours or a team member's, set your hours and availability, then hit save. Now, every lead goes from conversation to booked appointment in one smooth flow. You can even integrate your existing Google or Outlook calendar to make it even easier. And just like that, you've got people landing on your calendar while you're working, sleeping, or my personal favorite, binge watching marketing videos on YouTube. But here's the thing, not everyone will book on the first try. That's totally normal. Life gets busy. Dogs bark, phones die, kids spill smoothies on keyboards. So that's where step 5 comes in and helps you save missed opportunities by automating the entire follow-up process. As I'm sure you know, sometimes people get distracted. Sometimes they're just not ready. And sometimes their toddler decides to turn their Wi-Fi router into a toy spaceship and launch it behind the couch. Whatever the reason, if someone starts a conversation or call and doesn't book, the system automatically follows up with them 24 hours later. Something simple works great here, like, hey, just checking in. Did you still want to grab a time to talk? No complicated CRM, no manual reminders, no sticky notes lost under your desk. Just a smart, polite automation that re-engages leads for you on autopilot. You can follow up via email, SMS, social media DM, leave them a voicemail, call, WhatsApp, or a strategic combination of all of them. The AI will even read the responses that you get and determine whether the response was positive or negative so that it can respond in the appropriate way. It's kind of mind-blowing just thinking about how far we've come and what this technology is now capable of. This is hands-free lead generation without burnout, guesswork, or cold outreach. It's not a funnel, it's not an ad, it's a system that works every hour of the day without you needing to do a thing. Now, if you want to get this entire system up and running for your own business, here's what I've done. I put together a free step-by-step training, all of the tools, all the templates, and even a 30-day free trial of the software just for you. Normally the trial is only 14 days, but I've partnered with the team to extend it. So if you're ready to start capturing more leads and booking more calls and letting AI handle the busy work, click the first link in the descriptions below and get started today. The sooner you set this up, the sooner it starts working for you. And if you're like most people I work with, you'll wish you did this sooner. No catch, no hard pitch, just real tools that actually work. All right. See you on the inside.